I was originally making this video as a Lunar New Year update video. However, during the week of the Lunar New Year, I got 4 interviews, followed by 2 technical assignments, and 2 follow-up interviews. It fucked up my schedule so bad I couldn't do anything else for 3 to 4 weeks. So now this video is more of a celebratory video of the end of my internship in the Netherlands and the start of the unemployment and a little update on my life. It still has some elements of the Lunar New Year update video I was originally making, since I will also share my plans after my internships, and most of them follow the agendas and goals I set for Lunar New Year. For those who don't know me, or who already watched my very few videos, hi, my name is Jiwon Eugene Kang, and you can call me either Jiwon or Eugene. I go by both. I am a software engineer who graduated from college just 2 years ago, and right after graduation, I started looking for a job as well as starting this channel, which was originally made to document my progress in developing my own video game. Well, neither went well. For a year, I didn't have any success in finding a job. I got some interviews and technical assignments, but that was it. I didn't get any offers, so at the end of 2024, instead of continuing looking for a hopeless job, I decided to do something different for the upcoming year. On January 2025, I applied for a working holiday visa in the Netherlands. Some of you might be thinking, but why the Netherlands of all countries? Well, the reason is, one of the reasons people go on a working holiday visa is to learn and practice English. However, since I am already proficient in English, I didn't see the appeal in going to more popular choices like Australia or Canada. The Dutch are good at English, so I figured I wouldn't have much trouble getting by, and I will get a chance to learn Dutch. Of course, I will also experience new cultures and meet new people too. 2 months after my initial application, I left Korea and arrived in the Netherlands. Now it's been almost 10 months since I started living here. Things weren't always pretty. Sometimes things were hard, but I managed through. Eventually, I got an internship. Total win, right? Right? Well, no. I want to keep this video short, so I will spare the details, but I will put it this way. This is a job that I would rather literally choose to be jobless. Even if the company offered me this job as a permanent position with visa sponsorship, I will still decline, no matter what. And of course, the company didn't offer me anything because they're using WordPress to minimize investing in developers as much as possible in the first place. So why would they? There's really no reason for them to hire me as a permanent employee. But, well, I'm just saying that, to make a point. And yes, it is that bad. Seriously, this was the worst job I've ever had in my entire life. The only job I had that is comparable to this one is when I worked at a burger place part-time, and I was genuinely bad at my job, and I was yelled at by the manager because of that. And it's crazy how a job that you are pretty good at, or more like you can't really be bad at, with a manager that doesn't verbally abuse you, can be almost as bad as a job where it's the complete opposite. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, sure, technically, this job is better than that burger place, but this shouldn't really be a worthy comparison in the first place, if you know what I mean. So that is why I am celebrating for leaving that miserable job behind. Well, not because it's really an important milestone or something like that. This is my second internship already, so it's not really super significant or anything. But because I am finally fucking free from the miserable hell of a job. So, what is the plan from now on? Well, one thing is clear. I won't be looking for a part-time job. My current visa is expiring soon, and in about 2 months, it's either I get a full-time job with visa sponsorship and stay in the country, or I go back to Korea. So there's no point in getting a part-time job. Sure, I'll have to live off of my savings, but that also means that I get to have all the time to focus on all the things I want to do and achieve and enjoy without any distractions. So I count that as a win. And it's free time without the guilt, which is rare in adult life. And this is how I am planning to use that. Recently, I've realized that I can code, but I still lack the foundational knowledge of programming and CS. I felt that if I really want to level up as a software engineer, I need to seriously invest in studying back from the basics. In other words, I decided I wanted to pursue a master's degree in CS in the Netherlands. I know, it's very shocking coming from me. I also didn't know there would be a day I would say those words in that exact order, but yeah. I want to pursue a master's degree. I am planning to apply this year for next year's semester here in the Netherlands, so I need to start preparing for admission, like studying for GRE or TOEFL. Now, there is one minor problem with this plan. As I said, my current visa expires soon and it's also non-extendable, which means if I don't find another way to stay here, I need to leave back to Korea at the end of my visa and then come back next year with my student visa. And I don't want to make that round trip. The tickets are expensive, I need to go through all the housing hunting again, and things like phone number or bank accounts, it just makes things a lot more complicated. And this is why I want to have a stable job with visa sponsorship here. I can even get a better place for myself and save up some money if I'm lucky. It will be difficult, and realistically speaking, the chances are not that great. But I will still do my best until the end. With all that said, since I decided to stay in the Netherlands long term, learning Dutch became a higher priority too. I can order food or text simple messages with my friends, but I am nowhere near fluent right now. My goal for now is to be able to read children's book without a problem. I found courses to be helpful in the past, but there are also other resources that I can use. There is Taalwandeling, which is a casual Dutch language exchange session held at my local library every week, and there is a weekly book club to practice reading too. I actually really wanted to join these types of activities from the library for a very long time, but I never really had the chance because I couldn't align my schedules with the time. So I'm so excited to join them now. Now, this is the fun part, my personal projects. I have two major interests right now, video game and D&D/tabletop RPG. And I have an ongoing personal project for each of them right now. And it'll pretty much stay that way because I always come up with new projects after I finish one and end up toggling at least two projects at hand in the name of a hobby project. The main thing I want to focus on is making a sustainable routine that makes me consistent with them and also balances with taking care of myself. I want to be better at time management and figure out a system that works for me without wearing me down. I also have specific goals for each of my projects this year, which I will share them in another video because, like I said, I want to keep this video short. And after all, that is the purpose of this channel, so I don't want to spoil anything right now. Last but not least, my health. Living on my own made me realize one thing. It takes so much time and effort to keep a human body, especially if you want that human body to be functional and healthy. There's just so much things to do just to keep myself alive. I need to cook healthy meals for myself. I need to go to the gym regularly. I need to clean my room and do the laundries. I need to keep my sleep cycles healthy. And I also need to socialize regularly so I do not rot in my room all sad and lonely. Especially with ADHD, sometimes it's just overwhelming to keep track of all these things. Or sometimes I finally get to do the laundry, but the timing is off and it's already 8 in the evening, and now I have to battle my urge to relax after having dinner, to pick up the clothes from the washing machine instead of letting them rot in the machine throughout the night. This also connects to a sustainable routine I mentioned earlier, because you cannot make yourself sit down, open up your laptop, and work in the evening if you're already dead tired from doing the groceries. And of course, everything I talked about in this whole video is all just talks, unless I follow through. And what better way is there than to share a short weekly update to keep me accountable? Right? Right? So yeah, I'll share you in my next video and share my unemployment arc.